kabisa kuwashukuru wananchi wa Kimilili vile waliamka mapema kwenda kupiga kura na wakanichagua kama mjumbe yao kwa miaka 5 nyingine tena. Vile vile nawashukuru kwa kuchagua Governor Ken Lusaka kama governor ya Bungoma na kuchagua William Ruto kama rais wa 5 wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na vile inji inavyoendelea kusherekea ushindi huu wa Kenya kwanza, pia tusisahau kwamba kuna wale ambao wanaomboleza kwa sababu kiti hii imewaponyoka tena kwa mara ya 5. Na mbali na yale ambao walikuwa wakizungumzia kupitia kwa makaratasi yao ambao wamepeleka Supreme Court kwamba sisi watu wa Kenya kwanza tuliwaibia kura, kwamba sisi watu wa Kenya kwanza tulikuwa tumeajiri wale watu wa teknolojia ya mitambo za kompyuta ambao waliweza wakabadilisha matokeo kabla haijafika pale Bomas. Mimi ningependa kusema hivi kwamba ni kinaya kikubwa wale ambao wangetakana waseme ya kwamba kura yao iliibwa ama ilipunguzwa ni sisi watu wa Kenya kwanza. Kwa sababu tulienda katika uchaguzi huo wa tarehe 9 Agosti tukiwa hatuungwi mkono na serikali ya Kenya, hatuungwi mkono na mawaziri, hatuungwi mkono na baadhi ya wakubwa wa idara za polisi ambao walikuwa wanaegemea upande wa Azimio. Kwa hivyo watu wa Azimio kusema kwamba sisi tuliweza kuwaajiri watu ambao waliingia kwa mitambo ya serikali na kubadilisha kura ambazo zilikuwa zimepigwa ni kitu ambacho si lazima mtu kwende skuli ndio jue kwamba ni uongo na ni uongo mtupu. Serikali ya Kenya imekuwa ikijivunia kwamba iko na kijana machachari sana kwa mambo ya kompyuta, anaitwa Joe Mucheru, ambaye ni waziri wa ICT katika serikali ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Na kura hizi zilipoanza kuhesabuliwa, maajenti wote wa Azimio walikuwepo na walitia sahihi zile fomu ambazo zilitoa matokeo. Zile fomu ambazo zilipeperushwa kwa njia ya kielektroniki zilikuwa ni provisional results, kwa sababu fiscal form kuna desks ambazo IEBC ilikuwa imetenga. Wale wadadisi ambao walipitia zile fomu waangalia kwamba kama zinafanana, inaenda for next verification step. Na ilipitia kile step ambayo maagenti wa Azimio walikuwepo pia. Wakatangaza fomu zote kutoka maeneo ambayo kura ilipigwa Kenya mzima. Hakukuwa na alama yoyote. Wakatoka hapo wakaweka kwanza mpaka eneo bunge 100 katika wakahesabu wakaverify kutoka eneo bunge ya kwanza mpaka tukaambiwa ilikuwa imebakia tu maeneo bunge 27 peke yake. Hawakuwa na shida yoyote na zile fomu na yale matokeo. Hakuna yote aliyosema ya kwamba katika pekuzi zetu tumekuta kwamba fomu fulani ya kutoka wakilishi bunge fulani ilikuwa na dosari, matokeo yalikuwa yamebadilishwa. Hakukuwa na ripoti yoyote ambayo ilikuwa ya hivyo. Lakini ilipobaki kwamba imebaki maeneo bunge 27 ambayo tayari pia yalikuwa yamekuwa verified, ile ambayo ilikuwa haijafanywa ni kwamba commissioner wa IEBC alikuwa ajaja kutangaza rasmi. Sasa kufikia wakati tulikuwa mbaki 27 constituencies, ndio kizungumkuti kaanza. Wakaanza kupanga kuiba kura. Wakaanza kupanga kushurutisha Chepkati kwamba lazima umtangaze fulani. kwamba yeye ndio ameshinda hii kura ya uchaguzi. Wakubwa wa serikali wakaanza kukuja. Mimi mwenyewe nilimuona Vice CGS akiwa amekuja hapo ili kujaribu kueneza njia fiche ya serikali ya Kenya kwa kuwahonga makomishona wa IEBC. Pale vile Wafula Chebukati aliona mambo kitumbua karibu kinaingia mchanga. Akaona hawa wale ambao wangeendelea na ile kutangaza matokeo ya yale maeneo bunge 27 ambayo yalikuwa yamebaki, tayari wameanza kuleta shutuma kwamba tubadilishe hizi nambari ili tukuwe na runoff, na Chebukati kwa sababu alikula kiapo kwamba atalinda katiba ya Kenya na atafanya kazi kama chairman wa IEBC kulingana na mujibu wa sheria, na ndio maana akasema hawezi akafanya vitu kama hivyo. Wale makomishona waine wakaondoka walikokwenda kule kuenda kuwahudumia wale ambao walikuwa wamewapa hela ama wamepromise kuwapa hela kwamba wachakachue matokeo ambayo Wakenya walikuwa wamepiga kura, na ndio maana Chebukati akatangaza kwamba wale ambao wameshinda. So in simple terms, I am saying there is no way Kenya Kwanza coalition will have stolen the elections as it was being announced by IEBC, because we did not have the support of the sitting president, we didn't have the support of the security apparatus of this country, and we did not even have the support of the deep state, something which Azimio were claiming to have every time. So the people who actually should be taken to task to explain their attempts to reduce the votes that William Samoei Ruto got are Azimio themselves. And I want to advise my father, Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga is of the age of my father. I want to advise him that he has been trying to be President of the Republic of Kenya for 5 times, and he has not been succeeding. I want to tell him that leaders comes from God, and it's the same God that blocks bad people from ascending to the leadership, to the leadership of the country. So I want to tell Raila Odinga not to be angry with Kenyans, but he can be angry with God. It's God who has blocked him from being president of the Republic of Kenya. The reasons I am not aware. Maybe one day if we meet him, we will ask him for the reasons why he blocked Raila Odinga from being president of the Republic of Kenya, despite the fact that he has been trying for the 5th time. I also want to ask all those voters who supported Raila Amolo Odinga to accept the results and move on. We only have one Kenya. We only have one government. And the government of the day, the government of William Samoei Ruto, will serve everybody, will serve every part of this country. We are determined to turn around the economy of this country. We are determined to create jobs for the jobless young people of this country. We are going to do so because we are not going to fund projects that are not labor intensive, but we will concentrate in funding projects that are labor intensive, projects that will create employment for the young people of this country. I want to give you an example. The amount of money that Uhuru Kenyatta's government put in SGR, the amount of money that Uhuru Kenyatta put in construction of the express way from the airport to Westlands, by not undermining the benefits of these projects, but if this amount of money was put in projects that are labor intensive, in the manufacturing, in the cottage industries, this country will have created employment for thousands, for millions of young people of this country. And we are going to focus in those type of projects. Every region in this country is known to be productive in 1 or 2 sectors. For example, Nyanza is known for fishing. Kisii is known for planting tea. Trans Nzoia is the food basket for this country. Bungoma has rich agricultural land, and we have cane farming. Central, they are good in entrepreneurs. Coastal region is good in tourism. We are going to create regional cottage industries that will tap into the raw materials supplied by the people, so that we create both employment and the source of income, source of market for the agricultural products from those particular areas. So that's why we are going to focus in. We are going to create industries, value addition in various economic activities of the regions. If it is in Rift Valley, we'll do value additions by bringing in industries that will support agro processing, so that the people of Rift Valley can get ready market for their produce, for their maize, for their tea, so that we can sort out both unemployment and ensuring that the farmers get money for the farm produce that they are producing. That is what we are going to do as a Kenya Kwanza government, and by so doing, we are not going to exclude any part of this country. You saw when the results were being streamed in live, that some of the TVs were showing some counties were yellow, others were blue. It doesn't matter whether a county was yellow or blue, we are going to put all of them on the table. We have also had some propaganda being spread around that the Kenya Kwanza government will target civil servants who are tormenting us during the handshake government. We have no time to revenge. Just the same way our president has said, and I want to reiterate that we have no time to revenge. There is so much on the table. We need to lower the cost of living in this country. We need to lower the cost of basic products that support life in this country. We need to sort out the issues to do with in education, so that we can be able to streamline the system that we are having now and ensure that every child of this country gets a basic education, gets secondary education, and is supported to get higher education from an institution of higher learning. So we have a lot of things on our in-tray. What we are going to do is that we are going to restructure. We are going to restructure our civil service and remind civil servants that what the Kenya Kwanza government expects from them is that they should not participate in the politics of this country. In Kenya Kwanza, we have enough politicians, we have enough political analysts, we have enough political strategic communication experts, and that the civil servants that are going to work under Kenya Kwanza government, they must execute their duties and functions in line with the letters of offer that they signed, in line with the constitution of this country, and the transfer of such civil servants from one station to the other is going to be guided by meritocracy and the need by the government to ensure that we give proper services to Kenya. We are no longer going just to allow, for example, county commissioners, our regional commissioners, our chiefs, to be engaging in meager roles of sniffing around politicians to see what they are doing and report to the office of the president. We are going to give them proper duties, so that instead of just idling around, turning themselves into NIS officers, collecting specific data that are of little importance to the government, but they are going to be the focal point in terms of ensuring that they are well versed with the government program in the areas of jurisdiction. They will monitor and supervise delivery and execution of government functions, so that instead of them reporting that yesterday we are this so and so with a meeting here, we are this so and so planning this and that, they will be reporting parameters that will enable the government of the day be aware of the status of the project that the government of Kenya is doing. They will also be engaged in doing the structured public participation, to be able to know what the Kenyans in the areas of jurisdiction expect from the government. If they want some roads to be done, if they want some water points to be done, if there is some bit of some insecurity and they need an additional police stations, so that the information that they will be coming from chiefs, from county commissioners, from deputy county commissioners, must be information that the government of Kenya Kwanza will use to shape our government policy, to inform our budget policy statements, so that it becomes one of the areas that the government of Kenya is going to tap into understanding what ails the citizens of this country, so that we can all work towards improving the life of our Kenyan people. This is what we are planning. This is what we are planning to do. And if it will demand that we do further training, because this outgoing government has misused the civil service. So if it will come to our attention that some government officers have actually been given a very fake education about how to handle yourself as a government officer, then we will restructure and ensure that they are properly trained. They are reminded that their role is to support the government deliver on its promise and not to engage in politics